getting ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They're looking at second and pretty short. The give now to Benson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on third and short.
A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. And the 49ers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, we've all seen a lot of QBs make some magical plays rolling to the right, buying time before throwing it up. But not this time, as the defense steps in front of that one, probably shouldn't have been thrown.
Yeah, discretion the key in so many of these situations for quarterbacks. Why game management and decision-making is so critical. I love that he escaped the pocket, rolls right, tries to buy time for his guys to help him, but when there is nobody there, you either got to tuck it and run or live to play another day.
From the 46. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a 49er first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Here's 2nd and 5. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He'll throw it. And he'll go down shy the end zone. They mark him at the 4. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas.
And he's in for the touchdown. The 49ers get the game's first points here in the second. Jake Moody on for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the 49ers get there and take him down. Trying again following the sack. Nice catch along the sideline. Awesome body control to stay in bounds there. Oh, but we've got a flag on the play. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down. From the gun, it's Murray. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
And he gets him one as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Throwing it to start this drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. So it'll be 2nd down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. An 8-yard gain, but still left with 4th and a bunch.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this one's going to approach the 10, but looks like it's down right at the 13-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Murray to throw. Getting out to his left. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, here's Murray. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the 49ers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll throw to begin this drive. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st down from the red zone. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Complete on the option. Touchdown, San Francisco. processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. First and 10, Murray. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. That is incomplete, down to 13 seconds left. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be third and long.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Murray. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll have a chance to run one play before time expires. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Let's go now. Like the 18. Let's go.
Throwing it just before halftime. That finds Ayuk complete. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. And off to Benson to start the drive. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Murray from the pistol. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the 49ers get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That's why you often see some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Set up. Ready.
They'll pitch it to Jacobs. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. He gets them half of what they needed, so after a 7-yard gain, it's 3rd and 7.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Throw on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. So they're left with 4th down here. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points, not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw, Murray. Dumps it off to his running back. They deliver a shot before he can get to the line.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Okay, that's one of those situations where it's just a double whammy. Number one, you can't afford to give up a possession and waste a possession like that. And number two, to do it so quickly. A 3 and out in that situation. And really, listen, if there is a path to a comeback, and that's a big if right now, it's going to take sustained drives, and a 3 and out just devastating on that possession.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Has room down the left sideline, and he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers make it a 24-point ball game. So after giving up the punt return score, Brock, let's see if they can answer on a different type of return. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Murray. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Murray here on 1st down. And a man is there to knock that away.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's Murray. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Murray on 3rd down. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I mean, you could see it right there. The trajectory of the ball changed as it was in flight. You know, on shorter throws, receivers, they can focus, they can adjust quickly. But on a long-distance throw like that, a tip, well, it really alters the course of the ball and makes it so tough to make an adjustment in time.
They snap it to Murray. And they pick him off again. And the 49ers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Ayuk put in motion left. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Brought in by Ayuk. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers parlay the interception into points. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. It's Benson on the give. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Throwing from the gun. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Kyler throwing here. He's on the move. He's got the hook up to Weaver. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They're going for this. Bails out of the pocket quick. Still on the move, throwing down the right side. And they pick him off again. And the 49ers come up with a turnover and hold strong on 4th down. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. This is ahead for about 5. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's 49ers football, and they aren't hurting for points. They start this quarter with a huge lead.
Ready up!
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They'll throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Their punter making his way out now. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Doesn't have the hook up there, incomplete pass.
Well, that throw came pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Here's Kyler to throw. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. From the gun, it's Murray. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's when they should have run instead.
He finds him beyond the marker. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive. Ball at the 33 for first down. Man in motion here. Back to the air, Murray. Buying some time right. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. Completes this one to Gray. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Offense in the hurry up here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now Kyler makes the connection to James Conner. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he's brought down for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Cardinals just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Throwing here, Murray. He connects downfield on 4th. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. You get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Benson runs it in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals putting up points in a game decided. Trey Benson, the touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Cardinals get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the 49ers are able to cover the kick. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The 49ers keep running away with this. It's a Brandon Aiyuk touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers grow their lead yet again.
Cardinals 7. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Murray. And they pick him off again. That's Deommodore Lenoir. And the 49ers get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. That throw is looking for Brandon Aiyuk. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
2nd and 10 now. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. So the 49ers earn the win in this one. And they